Part 6. Savings Meeting. During the first cycle, the group meets weekly or fortnightly, as decided by AKF. After the first cycle, the group will continue to run in annual cycles and may choose to increase or decrease the frequency of meetings. All meetings are savings meetings, and all members must purchase between 1 and 5 shares at every meeting. This section outlines the complete procedures of a savings meeting, which normally lasts 20 to 40 minutes. 1. Meeting opening. The chairperson calls the meeting to order. The record keeper performs a roll call. The key holders open the box, which remains in front of the box keeper. The fines bowl is placed in front of the chairperson so that fines can be collected during the meeting. 2. Social fund. The record keeper asks the group to recall the balance of the social fund from the previous meeting. The money counters then remove the money from the social fund bag, place it in the money counting bowl, count it and announce the amount to the members. The chairperson announces that contributions will be made to the social fund. The record keeper calls each member by number to give their social fund contributions to the money counters. When the member comes forward, they give their social fund contribution to the money counters and are given their passbook. The money counters confirm that each member has given the right contribution and place it in the money counting bowl. The record keeper then asks if any member has missed a payment to the social fund in the last meeting. If so, they are asked to pay it now. The record keeper then asks if anyone needs a grant from the social fund. Members in need make their request to the group. If a majority of the members approve the grant, the money is provided to the member according to the Constitution. The money counters count the total amount in the money counting bowl and announce this to the members. The record keeper says that everyone should remember this amount for the next meeting. The record keeper records this amount in the notebook. The social fund money is then replaced in its drawstring bag and put back in the cash box. 3. Share purchase savings. The record keeper asks the members to recall the balance of the loan fund from the previous meeting. The money counters then remove the loan fund from its bag and count it, announcing the amount to the members. Once it is agreed that the amount remembered and the amount counted are the same, the money is placed in the money counting bowl. The chairperson announces that the members will now buy shares. The record keeper calls each member to the front by their number. Each member comes to the front and buys between 1 and 5 shares, giving the money to the money counters and their passbook to the record keeper. The money counters count the money, place it in the money counting bowl and announce the number of shares that have just been purchased by the member. The record keeper stamps the correct number of shares into the passbook and crosses out any unused blocks. The member then checks that the number of new stamps in the passbook is correct. The passbook remains with the record keeper for the rest of the meeting. If a member needs to make a withdrawal, they will ask for it instead of buying shares. When a withdrawal is needed, the record keeper will cross out the number of shares from the member's passbook that corresponds to the value of the withdrawal, and the money counters will give the money from the money counting bowl. The value of a share paid back to the member will be equal to its original purchase price. 4. Expenses. If any money was given for expenses in the previous meeting, the person who made the expenditure gives an account and returns any change to the money counters, who place it in the money counting bowl. The chairperson asks the record keeper if there will be any necessary expenses before the next meeting. If any expenses are approved by all of the members, the chairperson instructs the money counters to remove the amount needed from the money counting bowl and give it to the member who is responsible for paying the expense. 5. Closing balances. The record keeper announces the total of the social fund once again, and the chairperson instructs all members to memorize the social fund balance for the next meeting. The record keeper announces the total of the loan fund once again, and the chairperson instructs all members to memorise the balance of the loan fund for the next meeting. The key holders are called by the chairperson to lock the box. 6. Closing. Before closing the meeting, the chairperson invites members to discuss any other subject that may be of interest. The chairperson announces the date and time of the next meeting. Once discussion is complete, the chairperson closes the meeting.